The first product we're going to talk about is our vertical debris netting. But before I get too far into that product, I want to set the scene up for you guys. Right here is a mock-up of a potential leading edge of a building. And as you can see, we've mocked this up with a 42-inch guardrail on the outside there. And what that 42-inch guardrail does is keep a person from potentially falling off the edge of the building. And while that does a pretty good job doing that, it does a pretty terrible job keeping anything else from falling off the outside of the building. So to help prevent incidents like this from happening, I'd like to introduce Eagle's 48-inch debris netting. Eric, would you mind walking us through this product here?
Sure thing, George. This is our safety debris netting, like you mentioned. It's secured to the 42-inch guardrail. We make this in a 48-inch product to leave you a little bit of excess at the bottom to secure the bottom of the netting to the tow rail using a fastener. It's tied to the top of the guardrail using a zip ties or other fasteners as well. This specific product is a 1/4-inch opening. It allows for wind to pass through, but also contain that fine debris that might fall off the job site. One of the benefits of this as well is, like you mentioned earlier, is to keep small objects from being kicked off the job site, such as measuring tapes, small nuts, bolts, and or 2x4s or pieces of wood as well.
Yeah, it can pretty much keep everything contained. And beyond the 1/4-inch by 1/4-inch netting, we also have a tighter mesh that, while it will allow less wind to pass through, it will stop even the smallest of debris from penetrating to the outside of the building.
George, do we offer this in any other colors except for orange?
That's a great question, Eric. We keep this in red, blue, green, yellow, black, and we even have the ability to add custom colors like pink and purple if a job necessarily needed it.
Well, George, outside of the color options, do we have any other size options available?
And that's a great question, Eric, because if you look right here, while this netting does a great job to keep objects that, say, can potentially fall from the top of the rail to the bottom of the rail, it does a pretty terrible job keeping stuff from falling, outside of here. So what Eagle's done is we have a 5'6", an 8'6", a 10-foot, a 12-foot, a 15-foot, even up to 20 feet that could potentially go from the top of that deck all the way to the bottom, fully cocooning the project and basically keeping all debris inside that project.
George, outside of our safety debris netting, do we have any solutions for heavy debris?
That's a great question, Eric. So outside of the nettings that we just showed you, Eagle has a full line of heavy-duty debris netting. And what that encompasses is everything from, say, a 500-pound rated net all the way to a 27,500-pound rated net. And it has the ability to stop even the heaviest objects from falling to the outside. The truth is, once we understand your unique situation, we can tailor netting to exactly what you need. So beyond sizes, we can sew in doors, zippers, windows, add signs, do different color options. The reality is, we have an infinite amount of solutions to cover your needs.